Music.
Often parents are very careful about how they would want to shape up their child, but not many know that they can do a lot about it before conception itself. But before that, how to get pregnant easily. What are the most fertile days in a menstrual cycle to try for conception? What are the best foods, and which are those 3 foods that people think are healthy but you should avoid during this time? You will be amazed to know how precisely Ayurvedic scriptures have laid emphasis on Garbh Sanskar so that anyone can prepare for a healthy, fast and a successful pregnancy. We'll try to keep this video very simple, practical and effective. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hello friends, welcome to FitTuber. Everyone wants a healthy, clever and a cultured child, but not many know that one can actually prepare for it. Let's understand this with an example. To get a good crop, what will a smart farmer do? Will he sow the seed just like that? Or will he not pre-assess which season is the most appropriate for sowing? How can the soil be made more fertile? How can I get the most high quality seed? Similarly, for ideal conception, if one takes care of a few things which have been clearly mentioned in Ayurvedic scriptures, some even backed by modern science, not only the child produced will have ideal qualities, but also the conception will happen without any struggle. After thoroughly going through these ancient texts, have discussed this with learned Vaidyas and practicing gynecologists so that I can bring to you the most refined and practical information. The first thing that will make the soil more fertile and increase the quality of the seed is your food. Even modern science agrees that a woman who eats a well-balanced diet of whole grains, fresh fruits, vegetables and nuts finds it easier to conceive than a woman who eats a lot of packaged and processed foods. That's because fresh whole foods have a lot of antioxidants and vital nutrients like folic acid that can do wonders to your fertility. Whereas outside processed foods have free radicals that not just create a hormonal imbalance in the body, but also damage the health of sperm and egg both. According to Ayurveda, there are certain foods which if both the parents include in their diet, not only the conception will easily happen, but the child produced will be brilliant. Milk and milk products like fresh butter, ghee, lassi and paneer top the list as they appropriately nourish the reproductive tissues. Since now you are in the process of creating a new life, it is advisable that you take extra effort and look for an A2 cow milk farm near you. A2 milk products are not just an elixir for the physical body but also for the mind. And to remain calm and happy is so important at this time. It will greatly benefit you if you try and include rice kheer 2 to 3 times in a week. Then A2 cow ghee is easily available online. Both of you should add 1 to 2 teaspoons of it on top of almost every meal. Then soak dry fruits like almonds, cashews, walnuts, figs, raisins and dates are potent enough to increase potency. Legumes, especially black urad dal, needs a special mention as it effectively strengthens the reproductive organs. Since women lose blood during menstruation, they should regularly eat blood increasing foods like pomegranate, beetroot and green leafy vegetables. Ayurveda and modern science are in tune that alcohol, smoking, aerated drinks and overconsumption of caffeine and tannin decrease the chances of conception. Even seemingly healthy foods like papaya, pineapple and neem, since they have natural contraceptive properties, are not recommended in this time. Then there are some classical supplements that build the strength of the reproductive tissues faster than daily foods and make the process of pregnancy easier. There are many such formulations. I have chosen a few taking into consideration practicality, suitability and effectiveness. For men, it's best if they can take 1 tablet of Makardhwaj with milk at night. For women, a spoonful of Shatavari Kalp with milk is the best. If not, both can even take 1 tablet of Ashwagandha and Shatavari with milk before going to sleep at night. This will improve sperm count in men and the quality of egg in women. These tablets can be easily be bought from any chemist shop. This supplementation works the best if taken for 2 months before trying to conceive. Next thing, which is also the most effective in making the soil fertile and the seed of highest quality, is celibacy. Before trying to conceive, both the partners should abstain from sexual activity for at least 1 month. The more the better. Modern science might have a different outlook on this one, but Ayurveda is firm that there is no food, no supplement, nothing as effective as this in producing a healthy child. If you are planning to get pregnant, one advice that your gynecologist will definitely give you is to get physically more active. And that makes sense for three primary reasons. First, regular exercising increases the chances of conception by toning the pelvic muscles and the muscles of your heart, which has to pump up to 50% more blood to supply you and your growing baby. Second, it reduces stress, which has been shown by numerous studies to block the best conception efforts. And third, it will help you sleep better, which is key in bringing hormones in balance. You can engage in resistance training, high intensity cardio, swimming, sports, or yoga, whatever you feel like. In fact, there are certain asanas that increase the chances of pregnancy. These are Malasan, Bandh Konasan, and Setu Bandhasan, because they strengthen the pelvic muscles. You can do each of them for 2 minutes. It will greatly help if both of you go for walking together. This won't just be a stress buster, but also a great way to increase bonding. Next thing, which not many will tell you but has a surprising impact, is that in this phase you should listen to healing music. This has now been proven by modern studies as well. In 2017, when 186 infertile women were given music therapy, in just 2 sessions their fertility rate increased. Well, our scriptures are clear that Om chanting, ragas, or any instrumental music that calms you are really effective, and every woman must listen to it before sleeping or whenever convenient. For your convenience, I have shared some links in the description box of this video. The next important point is that you should know your fertile window. When does ovulation happen? Many a times people keep on trying without luck because they don't properly assess when exactly they should actually go for it. This can be easily calculated from your cycle length. Let's say your period came on 21st June and then your next period came on 21st July. In total, there are 30 days in between these two dates, which means that you have a 30-day cycle. Likewise, some may have 28 days or even 32-day cycle. Now let's say you have a 28-day cycle. Then to calculate the time of ovulation, go back 14 days. In this case, it will come out to be 14th day. For 30 or 32-day cycle, it will be 16th day and 18th day respectively. Why knowing the time of ovulation is so important is because the life of an egg is merely 12 to 24 hours. Means if sperms are not available at that time, then fertilization won't happen. Sperms on the other hand can stay in a woman's body up to 5 days. Which is why it is advised that to have a maximum chance of getting pregnant, you should try between 3 days before and 1 day after ovulation. Means if your ovulation is happening on day 14, then 11th to 15th will be the best 4 days to try and conceive. Ayurveda is firm that when you are trying to conceive, the intercourse should happen during the night, preferably before midnight, and never during the day. Then just before the intercourse, you can do a few things that will have subtle but definite impact on the mind. You can light up an aroma diffuser. You can play some soothing music. These things are underrated, but Ashtanga Hridayam has no doubt that the mind of the fetus is influenced by the thoughts of its parents prior to and during the act of conception. Ayurveda specifically says that woman lying on her back is the best position to conceive. After the intercourse, it's advisable to keep lying there for about 10 to 15 minutes. This helps sperms to easily pass through the uterus. Now this might seem absurd, but even gynecologists, when they do procedures like IVF and IUI, they advise the patient to keep lying for 10 to 15 minutes. Overall, the thing is that today people keep on trying for months and years at end, but still sometimes find hard to conceive. But understand that this long struggle is a result of not preparing well for the pregnancy. Most people begin to take care of themselves only after they have conceived, but there is no doubt that you can do so much more before that. In fact, unplanned and accidental pregnancies are strongly opposed in Ayurveda. Therefore, take good care of yourself physically, nourish the soil, elevate the quality of your seed, and then conceive with a pure mind. You will be blessed with a child of your dreams. Some of the things which have been taken from the classical texts may contradict with modern scientific opinion, but I urge you to not discard them. Probably science will figure this out in the future. We have talked how A2 cow ghee not just nourishes the reproductive tissues, but also its sattvic nature calms the mind. But which brand, you may ask? I recommend that you try Oryx A2 Desi Cow Ghee, which has been made with A2 cow milk and is among the best in the Indian market. The commercial ghee, which is sold by the label Pure Cow Ghee, is neither made with our indigenous cows, which have A2 milk protein, nor do they follow the traditional Bologna method where the ghee is procured by churning the curd and not butter. This is why it's cheap and not a health food. On the other hand, products like Oryx A2 Desi Cow Ghee are made with the milk of 3 breeds of cows: Gir, Sahiwal and Tharparkar. What sets apart Oryx from other brands is that they even do the gene testing for their cows, and every batch of their ghee is tested in an NABL accredited lab so that you get unadulterated version. This has been transparently mentioned on their website and Amazon. This ghee, if you add on top of your food, will give you the best results. Oryx ghee comes in other 2 variants. One is pure cow ghee and other is Bologna cow ghee, where the process is traditional but the milk is from foreign breeds. I don't recommend them. But this one is pure gold. To buy Oryx A2 Desi Cow Ghee, click on the link in the description box. Oryx is providing a discount of 30% for the FitTuber community. There are 2 things. If you mix in your atta, the roti itself will become medicinal. To know what they are, check out this video. My name is Vivek. I thank you so much for watching.